something to say.
Hello everybody, how you been doing? My name's Charlie, you might know me better as sci-fi fantasy writer C.E. Dorset, and today I want to talk about DC Universe. I don't know where to start. I guess I should begin with, if you don't know what DC Universe is the new streaming app put out by DC Comics as a way to get $8 a month out of you for stuff. And when I say stuff, I mean stuff. So, okay, let's take things in order, shall we? They have movies. Now, what movies do they have? They're the movies that you would expect. Most of the DC animated films are on here, so if you got any of them up to like Bat Ninja and Bad Blood and all that, they're in here. I will say that I have not gone through and counted all of them to see if they're all in here, but quite a few are. They have all of the original Christopher Reeves Superman movies, including 3, 4, and 5, which, okay. They don't have Superman Returns, which is, or was it Superman Live? The one with Brandon Roth. I just lost the name of it. I think Superman Lives was the one that was supposed to be done by Kevin Smith, and Superman Returns was the one with Brandon Roth. At least that's what my heart's telling me. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. It's not great, but it's nice. It's not on here, which I found odd, because it wasn't a hugely popular flick, so I would have thought that, it would have found its way on here. But like the animated Bat Ninja and Gotham Knights and Justice League War and Superman Doomsday's on here. The Christopher Nolan movies are in here, at least 2 of them. I see Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. I don't know if I saw Dark Knight Rises when I looked through, which again would be weird if it's not in here. They have the Tim Burton Batman movies. So Batman Returns. They also have Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. And, stuff like that. They even have a couple of the animated movies from back when the Batman animated series was out. So they have some movies. They don't have any of the current DCEU movies, which I guess I understand. But again, it feels oddly incomplete not having those. And that's kind of the theme of this review, is it feels oddly incomplete. As far as TV series go, I actually spent quite some time playing around with those today because they're awesome. They have like the Batman Begins in here, they have Young Justice, the Batman animated series, the Superman animated series, the Super Friends, which I have to say, the episodes of Super Friends were way longer than I remembered them being, and way worse than I remembered. I mean, I remembered thinking they were kind of goofy even when I was a kid, but I completely forgot about the Wonder Dog. Yeah, I completely forgot about the weird Scooby-Doo knockoff. Like, if you ever wondered what Scooby-Doo would be like if he wasn't funny and hung out with superheroes, check out season 1 of Super Friends. They have the Wonder Dog, and wow, that's a thing. They have Static Shock, they have Justice League Unlimited, they have the Max Fleischer Supermans, which are amazing. Teen Titans, the Batman Brave and the Bold, and Legend of Superhero. They also have Wonder Woman, the Linda Carter Wonder Woman, The Adventures of Superboy, which I honestly completely forgot happened, Birds of Prey, which is a series that should have gotten more attention, Lewis and Clark, the 90s Flash series, Constantine, which is a problem for me because they have Constantine, which, yes, I know was not technically part of the Arrowverse because it was on Fox, and then they brought that Constantine into the Arrowverse, and they have none of the Arrowverse shows. So Legends of Tomorrow, not here. Flash, not here. Arrow, not here. Did I already say Legends of Tomorrow? I might have. Black Lightning, not here. None of it. no, that feels oddly incomplete. They have the George Reeves Superman, which is kind of awesome. They have a show called Human Target that I'd never heard of before, and the Superman serials, but they don't have the Batman serials, which is weird that they would have the Superman ones but not the Batman ones, especially since this is like Batman Celebration Month or whatever. And they don't have the Adam West Batman series, which makes it feel oddly incomplete. Yeah, you're going to hear me say that a lot. As far as watching shows using the app, which, by the way, I have pretty much by now listed all of the shows and or movies that are on here. So if you don't want to watch any of those, then this is not the app for you. As far as watching shows on here, the video quality's fine. I mean, I have an HD TV. I don't have a 4K TV. Maybe if I had a 4K TV, I would have noticed things that I didn't. But I mean, it was fine. It doesn't it doesn't check things off when you watch them. Like when you get to the end, it doesn't know that you got to the end and doesn't check mark them. It does show a progress bar on the ones that you've watched, and it's really kind of funny where in progress it lost track of itself. So that feels oddly incomplete. It does not have autoplay. So when you're watching Batman the Animated Series, for example, which of course I was watching because it's one of the best TV shows ever, best Batman show ever. Like if you want to see the like supreme Batman and the best Joker there's ever been, definitely check out the Batman Animated Series. But when you get to the end of the episode, it just it doesn't even like stop playing. It just gets to the final frame in the credits card and just pauses. So you have to manually tell it to back out. And then when you back out, sometimes it'll jump ahead like 4 or 5 episodes. And then you have to scroll back and pick the next episode and hit play and do that every time. So if you're thinking about getting this for your kids, because you're just going to sit them down in front of the TV and hit play and go, this is Batman, enjoy. No, it's a lot more complex than that, because without the autoplay and everything, it's yeah. Again, just say it with me. It feels oddly incomplete. And so the other thing that they wanted to get us all excited about is you can read comics in here. Yay! And this is something that I was really excited about because I have a Marvel Unlimited account. I can wait 6 months. I don't have the money and the time to keep up on the comics as they come out. I can wait 6 months for them to hit the app, and I love Marvel Unlimited. Now, okay, so as far as the comics go, it's all right. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're using Comixology, or they did a blatant knockoff of Comixology. It feels like reading through one of the Comixology apps. So, I mean, reading the comics in here, I hate to keep saying it this way, but it's fine. I mean, it's not revolutionary if you're used to reading digital comics with your phone or your tablet, and, you've got Marvel Unlimited, or have used Comixology or any of those, you know what that's like, and that's the way it is here. It's fine, but the selection gets weird. So I'm a Green Lantern fan, so let me scroll, which, by the way, there's no easy scrolling in this thing. You just kind of flick your finger a lot until you get down to where you are. Okay, so there are a lot of different Green Lantern series. Of the ones that they have the Green Lantern 1960s to today, because they didn't put the end date on there, and since the series has been rebooted at least 4 times, and the numbers they've gone back to Green Lantern 1 several times. That seems weird that they're saying that it's an ongoing series. Now, what's really cool is they actually have issues 1 through, says they have 76 episodes, and just cursory skimming through them, it doesn't look like they're skipping much. So if you want to read like the old Golden Age, Silver Age, I guess this would be Silver Age because this is Hal Jordan, Green Lanterns, there's quite a few of them there, but considering I think there's something like 400 titles in the original Green Lantern run, maybe more. Say it with me now. it feels oddly incomplete. So as far as other series that they have Green Lantern. They have two that are named Green Lantern 2005 and then Green Lantern 2007, both of which have apparently no end date. There are only 4 issues to the 2005 storyline. And no, they're not issues 1, 2, and 3. They're issues 9, 10, 11, and 12. And only 1 issue of the 2007 storyline, and it's issue number 29. So, okay. There's another series titled Green Lantern 2011 through 2016. It has 3 issues. They have Green Lantern Corps, 11 issues. They have Green Lantern Rebirth 2010, 1 issue. Green Lantern Rebirth 2016, 1 issue. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, Rebirth 2016. How many? Can you guess? Try to guess how many issues they have. 1. And that's it. That's all of the Green Lantern comics that they have. So all of the old Green Lantern Corps comics, not in here. And I went to Green Lantern specifically because it was something that, I read a lot of. The Ion Limited series, not in here at all. Oh, look, they have Infinite Crisis, all 1 issue of it. Okay. So it's Batman month, so let's go all the way back to Batman. Now, I'm sure they're going to say that there are hundreds of issues in here because there are. Not of any one particular series. So, here's The Dark Knight Returns, which is really exciting. They have all 4 issues of The Dark Knight Returns. So if you want to read Frank Miller's classic Grim Dark, there it is. It's here. Oh, here's Batman Rebirth 2016 to today. Well, I haven't kept up on Batman, so, 1 issue. And again, it feels weird because this is supposed to be Batman month. Now, they have a bunch of different Batman titles, and they each have 1 to 6 issues. Wait, there's one with 12. The Batman Arkham Knight has 12. So, there's that. Batman and the Outsiders has 32 issues, looks like. So, there's a bunch of those. But it just does... I hate to keep saying this over and over again, but it feels incomplete. There isn't... I didn't expect it to be, Marvel Unlimited straight out the gate. I really didn't. But when you look at, here's the Batman, started in 1940. They have 7 issues. 7. Now, again, this is cool because for someone like me who's a big Batman fan, they have issues 1 through, well, no, not 1 through 7, no. So it's issue 1, which is cool. They have issue 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 27, 219. You're starting to feel how this works here. And I get it. They're trying to curate and try to pick the best issues and the ones that will work best. 71 issues of the original Batman series. That's good. They have the original Death in the Family series in here, which scarred me as a child, but I enjoyed it. You never know how your childhood's going to end until you watch Robin get beaten to death and blown up by the Joker. Oh my goodness. Well, they have a lot of comics, just not a lot of comics. And the fact that most of the comics titles in here, they only have 1 issue of, really feels incomplete. And I hate to keep using that word, but it does. It doesn't feel like there's a lot here. For some things there are. I'm really excited to go through the old Batman comics. And they have 36 issues of Detective Comics, which start with Detective Comics 27, which is the first appearance ever of the Batman. And I believe he actually was the Batman in that issue. And that's awesome. And it kind of skips through, as you can imagine, through the era. Of course, they're not in order. The last issue of that small count that it has is issue 578. But it's some comics to read. I wish it was more. I'm hoping that it will grow more over time, that they'll fill it out, and that it will mean something to me. Because, one of the things that I was hoping to do was read some Black Lightning, because I really like the TV series. I'm kind of excited for season 2. Black Lightning, here we are. Black Lightning, Year 1, 2009. The only Black Lightning title that they have. And for all I know, the only Black Lightning title they ever did. I think they did others, but it's the only one that's in the comic. And like I said, I don't know that much about Black Lightning. I'm assuming it was a limited run, because there are only 6 issues in here. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but I was kind of excited for the series coming out. I mean, that's one of my favorite things to do with Marvel Unlimited is when a new movie or series is coming up, they'll do a spotlight on the villain or on the hero or sometimes both, and you can do this deep dive into them. And I don't see that here. I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff here. Like, they actually have 2 issues of the Man-Bat comic, which I completely forgot existed, and 36 issues of Manhunter, if that's something you're interested in. But for the issues that I looked at, man, they actually have issues of Fun Comics. They have 5 issues of Fun Comics, which is cool, because that's the origin of Dr. Fate. So that's cool. Huge Dr. Fate fan. I've never actually read those comics. It's something that I'll probably check in on. But as far as the depth that you'd want in a comics app, right now, what I would say is if you're interested in this, I'm not going to say it's not worth it. As you've heard me say, there's a lot of stuff in here. It's just kind of shallow, and unfortunately for me, because I was hoping it would have some things that it doesn't have. I was hoping that I would be able to do more deeper dives into some of the characters and series that I was interested in. That's not available, and it's not available to you. Does that mean that's something that I'm not going? Does that mean I'm not going to read it? I'm probably going to catch up. I'm probably going to read as much as I can in here and hope that they add more, and hope when they add more that there's some system to it so that they don't just appear and I never know that they filled out a title. I'm hoping that they're pretty good about that. And I'm hoping, beyond hope, that when they say that they're going to be curating the comics that are in here, that doesn't mean they're going to be removing and adding comics. From my point of view and my perspective, the comics that they already have, it's alright. I mean, there's enough here that I'm probably going to stay with them for the month, because there is stuff here that I want to read. Not everything that I want to read, but there is some stuff here that I want to read. Like I was saying, the More Fun Comics, and they have some Hawk and Dove. I like Hawk and Dove. They actually have quite a bit. They have 34 issues of the 1989 series and 8 issues of the 2011 series. So definitely check that out. And there's a bunch here for me to read. Maybe they'll add more as time goes on. I don't feel ripped off. And by the way, I'm still within my 7 days. So if at the end of the 7 days I decide not to continue, I will definitely let you know. But, I mean, I think there's enough here that it'll get me through till next month when Titans launches. Because I'm very curious about the Titans series. And I'm really excited that they got it out on so many platforms. I've got it on my iPad, I've got it on my phone, I've got it on my TV. So I can watch the shows on the TV. I guess, the big thing for me is when they said that this was, Batman Day and they were doing all this celebration of Batman, that they would just have they have quite a bit of Batman stuff, but it's not exhaustive. I can't start at Batman 1 and read to my heart's content through old Batmans until I'm caught up to whatever state Batman's like now. And I did not see a lot of the Bat family. I did see, I think, some Batgirl comics. I don't think I saw Batwing, and I know no. Yeah, there they are. They have 33 issues of Batwing, so they have that. They have Batwoman. They only have 6 issues of Batwoman, and that feels like a mistake to me. They have some of the Birds of Prey comic. So, there's, I really hate to say it this way because it sounds so underwhelming, but that's kind of how I feel about this. It's fine. It's not everything that I wanted, but my goal, what I wanted was probably way too much. It was probably a lot more than the people at DC Comics would be willing to give me. And I see that. I recognize that. I do wish there was more, especially since, we have the Grayson series coming soon, and I guess they're holding back the Grayson comics until closer to time so that they can release the Grayson comics in here when the TV show launches on the app, because it's one of the shows that's coming to the app, so to the service. So I guess that's why there's not a lot of Grayson here. I think personally, if that's what they're doing, that's a mistake because I was wanting to read up. Because I've only read some of that because, again, I haven't been able to keep up. Yeah. I'm actually looking at the Firestorm comic. They have one issue. One issue. That's sad. Firestorm is one of my other favorite DC characters. So, Batman, Doc Fate, Firestorm, the Green Lantern Corps. Though I'm not the biggest Hal Jordan fan, and they seem to be primarily Hal Jordan's. And we'll have to see. It's in some ways more than I expected from them, and in other ways a lot less than I expected from them. But I think it will grow over time. Now, the fact that they have a encyclopedia built in here, which I'm assuming is just the content from their own website mapped into the app, is kind of nifty. So let's actually go to down. Let's pick somebody and at random scroll down to Magpie. I don't know who Magpie is. Do you know who Magpie is? So Magpie, it's an alias. The first appearance was in Man of Steel Volume 1, Number 3 in 1986. Oh, she's with the Black Lantern Corps. Okay. There's quite a lot of detail here. There's no material connected to her, which leads me to believe that they just don't have any stories. Here's Mungo. No, nothing. Mr. Miracle. Hey, that's actually quite a bit of stuff there. They have discussions. I would assume if they had something with the character in it, it would... So here's Red Robin. Red Robin, they've got quite a good thing there. Oh, look, origin, powers, team affiliations, appearances in other media. That's pretty cool. Related content. Again, it just takes you over to the discussions tab, which honestly, I don't know if I'm going to ever use. In under Origins for Red Robin, they actually have the cover of the Batman comic that he apparently originated in, 441. It's not tap clickable. I don't even know if that's one of the Batman comics that they have in here, but you'd think if they're going to have the comic cover that big, I could just tap it and go read. Here's Robin number 1, and I click it and nothing happens. So, yeah, the moral of the story is, it's fine. It is. Like, if you're like me and wanting to read some DC comics because you haven't in a long time, because you don't really pick up individual comics that often anymore, and honestly, with everything that I get through Marvel Unlimited, that kind of sates me for my comic reading. I miss the DC comics, and so this at least gives me a way to try to get back into that a little bit, and hopefully they'll allow that to happen. I am really excited to be rewatching the Batman animated series. I love the animated. I love that show so much, and I still love that show so much, and I'm really excited about that and some of the other things that are in there. So right now, $8 for this month. At least where I'm sitting right now, I'll probably spend the money. Like I said, mostly because I'm going to be reading comics and watching old animation. We'll see if the new shows are exciting. Like, I'm kind of interested in Grayson. I'm kind of interested in Titans. I don't expect it to be great, but I want it to be. Kind of curious about the Poison Ivy show that they've got on the docket. I mean, we'll have to see. I do wish it tied in better with the Arrowverse, and I know that that's a CW thing, and so rights get weird. I think it would be cool if they could somehow rope all of that in here. They do have the Arrow comics, the Arrow tie-in comics in here. At least a couple of them. I saw those. So it would be nice if they were more connected in that way. Now, granted, CW may have signed exclusive deals with Netflix, because I know they're up on Netflix. So that may be why they're not here. I don't know. Needless to say, I know this has been kind of a rambly review because I don't want to just attack the app, and I think a lot of people are going to attack it. From what I expected from DC Comics, who haven't quite understood anything lately, like, they can't make a good movie to save their life. Though somehow, thank goodness they gave it to the TV series to people that can, even though last season wasn't the best for everything. But, hey, well, I take that back. Black Lightning was good last season. I kind of enjoyed a couple episodes of the other things, but hopefully this year will be better. I am really looking forward to Batwoman coming to the Arrowverse. But beyond that, I mean, it's fine. If you're not really excited about DC Comics, if it's not something that you really want to try to see if you can find more from, I wouldn't waste your time with it. There's nothing really exciting there. Like, if you've never seen Batman the Animated Series or Batman Beyond or any of those, like the Superman Animated Series, the Justice League, and Justice League Unlimited Animated Series, if you've never seen those, then I order and declare that you must download this app, pay them if you have to, and binge watch all of that, because that's some of the best superhero content ever made for TV. And, I can say that because I remember when they first came out, I had them all on the DVD, and just, like I said, recently rewatching through the Batman Animated Series, I forgot how good it is, and I still can't believe they got away with some of the stuff that they did on television. It's really good. And if you're a fan of Harley Quinn, and you haven't seen the Batman Animated Series, Harley Quinn was created for that TV series and then retroactively added to the comics. So if you want to see where she actually originated, check it out. So yeah, I guess that's the moral of the story here. DC Universe, it's fine. Hopefully it'll get better. It's not bad. It's adequate. It's kind of like the Justice League movie. The end is good. I like some of the Flash's jokes. I don't know why they didn't just leave Superman dead. I mean, yeah, it's fine. Like, nothing to get really angry about or be very excited about either. It's like everything DC does. It's fine. Hopefully it'll get better. I am excited to read some of the stuff that I haven't read before. Like those old, more fun comics. Getting to see the origin of Dr. Fate, like, for myself. That's exciting. And if stuff like that's interesting to you, definitely check. Anywho, I've rambled enough about DC Universe. If you have your own take on the app, please send me a message on the Anchor app. Your 1 minute review, especially if it's different from mine. I would love to hear that. You can also hit me up on social media. Find links to all my stuff on projectshadow.com. Best to try to hit me up on Twitter. It's where I am, like, all the time. If whatever app you're listening to me in allows you to rate the episodes or the series itself, please do that if you like it. If I've been even remotely enjoyable for you, that really does help me out a lot in gaining audience and spreading the word. Speaking of which, if you can share an episode, like this episode, if you know somebody who's curious about DC Unlimited or DC Universe, share this episode with them, and they too can learn that it's fine. I want to thank Moss Whalen. Hope that's how your name is pronounced. I've only seen it written on Twitter. I've never heard it pronounced out loud. Though I will probably always say Whalen because I started writing my own character with that last name before I met you on Twitter. Thank you for sharing the podcast, and I hope you're enjoying it. He's a writer, by the way. Definitely check him out on Twitter. Check out his books. Mosswhelan. Definitely check out his stuff. Yeah. If you can support this show financially, it would mean the world to me. In whatever app you're listening to, you'll see a support now link or a support on Anchor. If you click that, you can support at the $1, $5, or $10 a month. I don't get to set those levels. Those are set for me. That money really does help me continue to make things happen. If you want to support everything that I do, including my fiction, you can support me on Patreon. I'm C.E. Dorset, so patreon.com/C.E. Dorset. Read my books. All of the works in progress are up over at Wattpad. Please comment, because I have a lot of ideas, and my stories go through violent editing, and sometimes entire chapters disappear or get moved or whatnot. So definitely leave comments and let me know what you think of things so your favorite bits don't get taken out, because, yeah, that's kind of the way I do. Anywho, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm going to go enjoy some more of DC Universe because, I mean, it's fine. Until later, have the fun. Bye.